Good morning. Now you hear me. Down in the podcasting studio, y'all at Infinity Fellowship. This is Reverend Jeff Obafemi Carr. Pleased to be with you on this beautiful Sunday, the 21st of September. Can you believe it? 2025, the year of divine development. Wherever you are, I want to say welcome. Infinity Fellowship is a fast growing interspiritual community, one of the fastest in the world. And we like to say we're the only one in the world. We're a place where all faiths and paths are tolerated. So I want to say that you are exactly where you're supposed to be today. You are here in the core of consciousness and the apex of authenticity. You're joining us on Third Sunday. This is our virtual Sunday. We meet in person on the first Sundays of the month, and then we get together virtually here in this space throughout the rest of the month. We've got our Infinite Life streamers. That's you. If you're joining us on the Infinite Life stream, then of course you are part of a great group of people who chat, who talk, who converse in the chat today, wherever you are on YouTube. If you're there, go ahead and hit the thumbs up button, okay? If you're on Facebook, give us some hearts. We know that Facebook and X are changing and filled with swift transition, and those things are real. But for now, we want to just say that you are in exactly the place where you desire to be. You are at the Infinity Fellowship, and it's time for Sunday service. So we got a couple of slides to show you, and then after those slides, we're going to invite you to begin the service with the opening of the way. So call your friends, hit the text message, let people know that that space you've been talking about, it's on. And this is a Sunday that you will not forget, because we've got a great spiritual download for you, as well as what the Infinity Fellowship provides. We love you. That's a fact you cannot change. We'll see you in just a minute. Peace. Good morning, Infinity. I want to welcome you to the space of meditation. It's how we open the way. We open with meditation. We move from there to speaking and affirmative prayer. We call it pouring energy into realignment for manifestation. And then we pour a libation to those who have come before. So I invite you in this moment of opening the way to simply join us in the joyful gift of giving, of breathing. Actually, the joyful gift of giving is what we've gotten from the ability to just take a deep breath in and out. Can you do that with me? Right through the nose. Let's do it. Inhale. Then just let it go. Let's try it again. Inhale. And just let it go. And that's the energy that I want you to embrace for now. I just want you to begin to trust that everything that you need is here in this moment in time. It is being provided for you. So as you are accepting this gift of breath, let us become more mindful of the process of breathing. See, a lot of times we think meditation, we're like, oh my gosh, I got to be floating off the ground. And if I'm not floating off the ground or seeing an entire blank screen, then I'm doing it wrong. No. Release that. And just join me and everyone around the world. See, I put something else on your mind. Join us in the moment of being mindful that you are not alone, that you are safe and secure, and that in this moment, all is well. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And as we embrace this moment of breathing, as we embrace the good, we give ourselves permission to acknowledge the breath. And as we're breathing in, we're inhaling everything we need for sustenance. And as we are breathing out, we are releasing those things we no longer need. Those things that no longer serve us. Isn't it awesome just to inhale the good and to exhale those things that no longer pour into our good? I invite you, as you are becoming more mindful of your breath, to allow your eyes to gently close from bottom to top or top to bottom. Opening the portal to within by staying clearly focused on the breath. Just stay right there. Embrace the good. No longer thinking of the past. No longer worrying about what may come next. Simply sitting in the right now. Oh, what a blessing to be in the now. Inhaling and exhaling. What a joyful moment. As our minds begin to wander, as they begin to think of to-do lists, as they begin to think of people, we don't let those thoughts get in the way. We acknowledge them and we do not judge them. We see them, we embrace them, and we gently move them aside. giving them over to the breath. Breathing in and breathing out. Oh, how good it is to be present, to be alive. From this moment of presence and awareness, I invite you to tune in to that inner core, to the God of your acceptance and understanding, to that God of good and orderly direction, to that God of good, to that God of mercy, to this God of love, to this God of the culture that you emerge from, to this God of the religion that you practice, to this God of knowing that bridges all gaps, that pulls us off together and all of us into this one space of awareness. We invite all heads to bow and all hearts to go open in this space of awareness now and consciousness as we open with energy. Limitless and abundant God and Creator, I give thanks in this moment today for those who have gathered here to fellowship with us at the Infinity Fellowship. I'm just so grateful for the opportunity to have the technology that connects us from around the world. Thank you for all of the elders who are in the world who are moving through to a space of awareness. We speak that they are covered in love, that there are people who come to them and sit at their feet and learn wisdom from lived experiences. To those who are at a crossroads in their life, who showed up today to find direction, may they simply be affirmed for what they already know deep inside. Because you birthed within us the knowledge of who we are when we move out of the way and let you guide us wholly. Oh, I speak for our younger people out there, for our marvelous young people who are taking up the mantle of the next generation, to every single alphabet that's out there from X to Y to Z to Alpha. We speak a special covering over them right now, that they may know that they are operating and existing in love and in purpose, and that they do not arrive to this moment by accident, but that something in you is speaking directly to them to raise them up in a place of justice, in a place of creativity, in a place of divine purpose. And so we thank you right now in gratitude, even as we acknowledge pieces of struggle, because someone out there may be dealing with an issue of health. Someone out there may be struggling with their finances. Someone out there may be struggling with which book to pick up that they feel might guide them back on the path. Someone out there may be feeling as if they are by themselves. We erase that feeling right now. We are not alone. We are not solo. We are here in a place where even when we are solo, that we feel we are alone, we are so high together. And so, from this place of high energy, we proclaim that those who are in need of healing will not be healed, but are healed in the right now. Those who are in need of direction have it right now in a revelatory moment, that they arrived here and will leave here with new and abundant energy, power, expansiveness, and love. I speak that today this love vibration will carry throughout this entire service, that every person who is bringing a component part will bring it in a spirit of love, in a spirit of excellence, in a spirit of power, and that we will continue to lift one another in powerful ways. Most importantly, we speak a love vibration for those who are traveling right now, for those who are listening to us on various devices, and for those who are watching on the replay. May they receive this gift of love and remembrance, that everything is working out, that everything is in their favor, that even though loved ones may have transitioned to the space of life after life, that as we speak their name and remember their stories, they are indeed within us and yes, with us. And so I proclaim that something special will happen today, that onlookers may call miraculous, but we know it to simply be who we were born to be in your likeness and image. Oh, what a marvelous and wonderful moment to be here. And it is from this place that we proclaim the good. We speak these things. And for other things that we cannot put into words, we simply take a deep breath together in gratitude. and exhale in expectation. We proclaim it as such, and so it is with words that bridge all of the gaps of all the faiths and all of the past. We say together, Amen, Amen, Hotep, Shalom, Namaste, Asheo. It is done. Let us prepare our minds for the pouring of libation. As we hope in our hearts and minds today for the pouring of libations, I'm mindful to say thank you to those who taught me this tradition, from the teachers, the wise elders who trained me, who opened the portal for me to be a spiritual leader and a guide, who opened me up to embrace the skills and the gifts that I had. I am speaking that energy into you. And as we pour this water today, right here, we're going to pour it into the earth, knowing, especially for my first time people, you may have seen libations on the corner. You may have poured a libation last night. You broke that bottle open and poured a little off for the people who weren't there. I ain't judging. I'm just saying that this is a tradition that we've had for hundreds of thousands of years. And this energy is pouring life energy, that which we are, our bodies are mostly water, into the earth, which represents what happens to our bodies when we no longer need them. We're not going to wear these earth suits for long, but we will wear them on purpose and in purpose. So I invite you in this moment today to begin to think about the ancestors. Some people call them angels. Some people call them sheps or shepsut. Some people call them egun or egungun. But we just call them your folks here. Those who have made the transition into life after life. We want to make sure that we recognize them in a powerful way today. So I'm going to invite you to begin to just think about those ancestors. Allow their names to come into your consciousness. And as we invoke in this space today, we speak an ancient prayer and we translate it into English, but we still say the Yoruba word Ashe. Many of you have heard that before. Ashe simply is a proclamation of, and so it is. So when we say that, we are also saying that we have divine power that is connected to something that continues to live beyond us. So this circle is complete today. We're never by ourselves. We're never alone. Always embrace the superpower that comes to us when we pause to recognize that we stand on the shoulders of those who have come before. And when we walk in a room, they're always with us. So as we pour, we say, cool water. The ancients called it omitutu. Freshen our spirits, Ashe. Freshen our collective ancestors, Ashe. We give praise to Almighty Mother, Father God, Divine Source, in all creation, Ashe. Grant to us peace and prosperity, Ashe. Freshen and consecrate this spiritual space and live stream for the spiritual work that we put into the world, Ashe. Be with us always, Ashe. We pour to the 7 directions, to the north, which reminds us to be a yes today. If you showed up here today, it's for a reason. Give your spirit a chance to align, see what happens, Ashe. To the spirit of the south, the understanding of who we are and whose we are, Ashe. To the rising sun energy of the east, knowing that today is a brand new day, so why would you bring in something from yesterday when you're here right now? Don't worry about it. Be present, Ashe. To the energy of the west, knowing that even as the sun goes away, we are gifted with the moon and the stars. In darkness, light will always be provided. Don't you ever forget that, Ashe. From those 4 cardinal directions, we go to the ground, so that you may always be grounded and rooted in who you are and your purpose. When you are grounded like the tree, then even when the storm blows, you might bend, but it is always better to bend than it is to break. Ashe. To the sky above us, may you always have that blank landscape where your mind can see no thing and have the ability to create something out of no thing. You're a creator with a small c to the creator with the big C. You have that same divine essence. So use it today. Don't be afraid to allow your mind to wander and to be inspired. Ashe. From those 6 directions, we go to the 7th direction, and that's right here. If you're home, you want to place your hand over your heart, that's Grand Central Station. That's where north, south, east, west, ground up, all of it comes together at the heart. It is the color green. I'm wearing green today. That is the Anahata chakra or wheel of life in the body. And so I speak that your energy is uplifted, that you are renewed today. And in the tradition of Ma'at, may your heart always be as light as the feather. And so it is. Ashe. We also invite you in this moment right now to begin to think about the names of the ancestors who you want to call into this space. I invite you to type a name in the chat. Our chat today is going to be active. We may not be able to respond as much in the chat today because our configuration is a little different, but people will see you. So for those of you who are used to chatting, for those of you who are used to holding down the fort, for those of you who are used to acknowledging, put a name or two in of the ancestors in the chat so that people can see your folks. And as we pour these next few pours of water, feel free to call their names aloud in remembrance. Ashe. And finally, today we pour for the children in the world, the children in the womb, and the children yet unborn. We say Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. Oh, we're going to say that Ashe oh again together in a minute. But that is our powerful segment that we give for welcoming in our people and saying, hey, we are now open. The way is open. So give us some high fives, give us some love in the chat wherever you are. Again, good morning to you. I'm welcoming all of you here to the Infinity Fellowship. It's great to have you here. It's great to be here. Normally in the Infinity space upstairs, we're at the podium. We've got everything going, but people really like the intimate energy when we're in the studio. So we like coming down to the podcast studio and then tapping in around the world. We got Sister Alicia Hamer running our stream today. We've got people coming in as part of Infinity who are part of every single thing that we do. So we're looking forward to welcoming you in a very, very powerful way. Some people say, well, hey, I'm new to Infinity. I don't know what's really going on. Well, hey, don't worry about that. We got you covered. And the way we have you covered is by letting you know a little bit about the Infinity Fellowship and our spiritual practice, which is centered around something we call infinitude. So prepare your heart, prepare your mind, prepare your spirit, and let's welcome up the statement of infinitude. And so it is.
Hey, everybody. Good morning. Welcome to the Infinity Experience. I feel like that sounds like a roller coaster ride, or we need like bright lights and the Infinity Experience. But it is not like a roller coaster at all, actually. It is a great group of people. I'm here to get to let you know a little bit about us. Please pause for a moment, take a deep breath, and come to understand 2 essential things. 1, we don't tell you what to call or how to define the God of your own personal acceptance and understanding. That is an intensely personal and beautiful relationship. Here at Infinity, we affirm your unique connection. 2, Whatever you call that source energy, you'll hear us say God interchangeably with the universe, the God of your acceptance and understanding, divine source. What you see when you look in the mirror is proof that it was shown off when you were created after the same image and likeness. It's time to speak aloud the core agreements that bring us together at the Infinity Fellowship. We call that infinitude. Infinitude is defined in the dictionary, and when I first heard this, I did not believe that this was true, but it is the state or quality of being infinite or having no limit. We have a unique mix of faith backgrounds here at Infinity, but what centers us is the spirituality we all share in common. For us, infinitude is defined as infinity with an attitude, and that attitude is gratitude. And the snap you just heard is the spiritual practice that gives us life and meaning. Okay, so SNAP, capital S, capital N, capital A, capital P. The S is for spirituality that transcends religion and connects you to the God of your own understanding. The N is for nurturing of ourselves and others, mind, body, and spirit. The A is for action because we take action on our callings and walk in our divine purpose every day. Finally, the P is for the proof that our spiritual practices manifest fruit in our lives through the building and maintaining of healthy and prosperous families, relationships, careers, and dreams. I love that part. We're grateful you are all here as unique manifestations of our Creator, the loving, living spirit of our commonality, the divine source of all creation, perceived by many names, yet known by only one energy. I invite you to, at home, read along with us aloud as the spirit moves you. We agree that we are beings of pure eternal spirit, bathed from the creative potential of the universe, with all the powers of the Creator inherent within us. We embrace the innate goodness of humankind, an abundant creation that provides for us through the seeds that we plant in our everyday lives. We acknowledge that who we are is housed in a temporary biological organism, and as such, it is our responsibility to take care of it, because it will only last for a precious window of time. As we nurture ourselves spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and physically, we commit to provide like acts of nurturing for our fellow brothers and sisters of the world we live in, embracing all regardless of religious faith, skin color, ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, or socioeconomic background. All are truly welcome at Infinity. We agree and accept that various religions exist as a unique opportunity for humanity to get to know one another through meaningful conversations that seek to explore the core concepts we share in common. It is the application of ancient wisdom, scientific discovery, and spiritual practices, both physical and metaphysical, that will lead us closer together as a human family. We commit to exist now and ever as a beloved community. Let it be so, according to the many ancient terms of affirmation. Amen, Amin, Hotep, Shalom, Namaste, Ashe.
Hey, y'all. Hey, that's what we do here. We are here generating gratitude, and that's the statement of infinitude. That's what we do here. That's what brings us together, and we are excited to welcome you in one day to the Infinity Fellowship. Speaking of welcome, we want to welcome our first time visitors today, and I want to let you know what Infinity is all about outside the statement of infinitude, which, of course, you just saw and you just heard. First thing I want you to do is I want you to generate some gratitude, because one of the things that we do is we generate gratitude at Infinity. We create a gratitude chain every single Sunday. So on Sundays, we say, hey, my name is, and I am grateful for. So if you want to go ahead and get started, my regulars at Infinity on the Infinite Live Stream, go ahead and get started. Go ahead and start saying, hey, my name is, I am grateful for, because this is how we welcome people in. I am also here to provide you, the first timer, with your welcome. So officially, welcome to Infinity Fellowship. If you're a first timer, go ahead and type in the chat first time or this is my first time. Watch what will happen. People are going to welcome you like we do in person. They're going to send you muscle arms and hearts and high fives. They'll call you out by your name or your title. Sometimes on social media, your name, your title may be different things. But I want to give you an opportunity to really connect, and I'd love to connect with you. We would love to connect with you. So on your screen, you see a slide. And it says, welcome to the Infinity Fellowship. We are indeed a multi-faith, interspiritual community. We're for all paths and all walks of life, as you heard in the statement of infinitude. What we want to do is make sure that you know that we are here for you, that we are here for community. For those of you who have been making a leap from simple religious doctrine into expansive and expressive spirituality that sees fruit, this is a place for you to find community, and we want to welcome you to it. So when we go back to the slide, I'm going to give you an opportunity to scan that or just check out the link that is in the chat. We also have a QR code that we will put up so that we can send you an official welcome. That's what we do. We don't have an extensive welcome form. You don't have to give over your firstborn child or anything like that. You don't have to promise yourself an indentured servitude for life. You just fill it out. And when you fill that QR code out or that form out, I'll put it up briefly again. We just send you a note that says we welcome you with information on Infinity. And then when we see you in person, we give you a special gift and you get to hang out with us. And we like to let you know that we see who, what, where, when, and why you are. So go ahead and take a moment and fill that out. And as always, know that we are absolutely here for you. Again, for those who I may not have met before, who I may not have run into out there in them streets, my name is Reverend Jeff Obafemi Carr, and I am the Chief Spiritual Officer and founder of the Infinity Fellowship. And I get to let you know in this moment that I know who, what, where, when, and why you are. Seriously. I sing a song and we sing a song called Peace, Peace that is here at Infinity Fellowship is one of our songs. And I just want you to hear just a little bit of it in the background so that you understand that we don't see you as a human being who showed up to have a spiritual experience. It's the other way around. See, you are a spirit who's navigating the human experience, just like the rest of us. So we get to say that we know who, what, where, and when, and why you are. So we're going to hold our hands up around the world. And if you could imagine that people all around the world are sending this energy to you, that people all over the place are sending you love, they're sending you power, they're sending all of this energy in your direction. They're looking in your eyes and they're repeating after me. I see you, but you don't hear me though. I really see the real you. I see who you are. You are a divine manifestation of God's creation. I see what you are. You are spirit. You're more than what's on the outside. You are a gift to me and to the entire world. I see where you are. You're right here in front of me where I can let you know, if nobody else will today, that you're not alone. I'm with you. We're with you around the world, and you indeed are at home. I see when you are. You're in the right now, baby. You're in the right now, my friend. You are so much more than your yesterday. Finally, I see why you are. You're here to learn. You're here to grow. You're here to embrace your dreams and to celebrate your divine destiny. And I know all of this because I'm here to do the same thing. So we're going to help each other out. I know the real you. And I see you shining today. So I say, welcome to Infinity. Welcome home. And as you hear that sound, peace, peace going, just know that everybody in here would normally be saying, Ashe, oh, and then we're going to hit a dance and we're going to hit a groove and we're going to jam like that and keep it going. And then we're going to say good morning to you. And we're going to go to that like a good DJ. And here's what I want you to do. I want you to go to that chat and I want you to say one thing that you're grateful for. because that's what we're here for. And visitors, it's really simple because we're going to sing a song, and the song simply says, "Good morning to you." Now, I'm going to need some help with it because I'm by myself, but not really. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. And we say, ba ba da da ba da 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 da. Ba ba da da ba da ba da ba da da. Ba da da da. Da 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 da. Okay, what you got in the chat? Come on. Good morning to you. What we're going to do today? You know what we're going to do? We're going to put your names up on the screen. If you're grateful for something, we're just going to scroll through. We're going to find something that you're grateful for, and we're going to put you on blast so that the rest of the world can know that we're all saying good morning. Morning to you. I see your keychain. Good morning to you. I see y'all. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. We say, okay, who's grateful to just be breathing? All right. Who's grateful that their car worked this morning? Who's grateful that they got good hearing? I'm grateful that I've got a little plug-in earphone and I can hear the music. I'm grateful that I can dance in the studio. I'm grateful that I've got healthy kids. I'm grateful for healthy travel. I'm grateful for new experiences. I'm grateful for a family reunion this past weekend. I'm grateful on my wife's side to hear and to feel that and to know it, to see elders, right? What are you grateful for? Let us know. Good morning to you. Good morning to you. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever you got to you. Yeah. We want to take that good morning energy as the gratitude continues to come in through the chat. We'll put that up on the screen. Continue to put that gratitude up on the screen, because we want people to know that when you're grateful for something, it's really hard to be in a low place. When you just find that you're able to button the buttons on your shirt, what a power, what a gift, especially when you know there are people who are struggling too. So always practice gratitude. With that, it is time for giving at infinity. It is time for our tithes and offering period. This is the time that we are so excited that we often break into thunderous applause, and we can't help it because we love that energy of giving at the Infinity Fellowship. And when we reach a point where we're giving, we recognize that everything is indeed good. And so we go crazy with applause at Infinity Fellowship. Give it up, 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 give it up. And the reason why we do that is because giving is a special time at Infinity. We recognize that we affirm the vibration, the powerful frequency of giving that is in this space. Of course, you can give, as it says on the screen, via being in person on first Sundays in the back of the room. You can give online via Cash App and PayPal. We will put that slide up for you. You can also give via mail to 641 West Nocturne Drive. And we make sure that we create a powerful place of giving. And to lead us through that giving, we want to bring on a very powerful and awesome couple that we have at Infinity Fellowship. They are the Lensleys. They are down in Warner Robins, Georgia. For those of you who are down in Georgia, they're going to lead us through our giving period. So we're going to turn it over to them, and we'll be back with a slide and a song for our offertory period. But it's important for us to tap into the meaning of giving. So we want to tap into the meaning of giving by turning it over to the Lensleys, and we appreciate the energy that they bring to the room.
Peace, peace. Good morning, Infinity Fellowship.
Hello, everyone around the world. Lovely and grateful to be in this space with you. Thank you, Rev Jeff and Lady Kanitha, for always holding it down, and Alicia backstage. Thank you for getting us on the stream this morning.
We love this time at Infinity because this is a time where we as members, we as the community gets to pour back into the space, into the institution that pours so much into us. With these regular practices on Sundays and these downloads, it gives us more instruction and guidance during the week and navigating these times that can sometimes be very challenging and confusing with all that's going on in the world. And so we're thankful for this opportunity to be able to give and pour some love into the universe. And we have a beautiful affirmation that we'll share as well. But before we get to that, we'd like to share a personal testimony on what that means for us as far as giving and tithing. What do you think, Sean?
Tithing is an interesting thing to wrap your mind around if you never experienced it or maybe didn't grow up in the church or understand what that means. Rev has suggested a wonderful book by Edwin Gaines called The 4 Spiritual Laws of Prosperity.
Yes.
That book and the chapter on tithing really kind of helped me wrap my mind around the art of giving and what that truly means. So the tithing means to give 1/10% of everything you receive back to where you receive your spiritual food, as we like to call it here at Infinity. So who's pouring into you during the week? How are you getting through your weeks? Who is just saying something to you that touched you so deeply that may have altered how you're moving in the world and in the space? Usually that could be associated with your church that you go to on a Sunday. That could be a family friend. That could be, maybe a pastor that's a friend of yours. That could be this space, Infinity Fellowship, where I receive my spiritual food every week on Sundays and every Wednesday on Love and Light in the evenings with all you lovely people. So I even had to kind of come to grips with what is that fear? What is that resistance? What is that thing that sometimes holds me back from tithing when I first started the art of practicing it? And then Edwin Gaines even speaks to that in that book, The 4 Laws of Prosperity. If you do feel some resistance, that's completely normal and that's completely fine. And even I had to sit with myself with that. Really, it is just about getting to the root of why that may be. Do I truly believe I have everything I need and everything I want? Do I truly believe I will always be provided for? Do I truly believe the circle of abundance will be unbroken? I have to sit with that, And if I do truly believe that, and if I do hold on to my faith, then giving 10% is nothing. It's nothing. It doesn't affect me at all. I actually receive way more back when I do my tithing practices than when I do not. So it's okay. Some of us are on that journey. We have our ups, we have our downs, but guess what? Every Sunday is a new opportunity to get into that art of tithing. Have grace with yourself. Forgive yourself if you haven't been doing as well as you would like to be doing with your tithing practices. And know every day is a new chance to try it again. So for me, these are all lessons, learning more about myself through the art of tithing, learning more about my family, learning about what abundance really does mean. And it's a beautiful journey. So I invite you all to participate in joyfully giving that we do here on Sundays. We have a slide that we do, our giving affirmation and a little song too. And we're going to do this all together and say our giving affirmation. Let's do it, y'all.
Oh, limitless, abundant creator, source of everything I possess, you have given me the gifts of life, breath, and creativity. You continue to provide for me without judgment or preference, and so I freely return these gifts to you. With my whole heart, mind, and intention, knowing that as I give freely, with both remembrance and gratitude, the circle of abundance will be unbroken. And so it is. Yeah.
Everything is good. We're going to sing it. Come on. Everything is good. Don't you know it? Everything is good. Don't you know it? Everything is good. Everything is good. And I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. Sing that along. There's the giving on the screen right there. Cash App, Infinity Fellowship, $ Infinity Fellowship, PayPal, paypal.me/Infinity Fellowship. Of course, international PayPal, infinitynashville@gmail.com. And also mail, 641 West Nocturne Drive, Nashville, Tennessee, 37207. Take a picture, scan the QR code, get in on all this good that you've been hearing about, and sing along with me. Come on. Got it good. When everything is good, everything is good, everything is good, everything is good. I've got it. I've got it, oh, I've got it good. We're gonna change the key. Come on. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is good, and I've got it. You got it. I've got it, oh, I've got it good. Everything that you got in your life right now is a frequency vibration. So I challenge you right now, whatever spirit is putting on your heart, to tithe or to offer, go ahead and make it in this moment, knowing that this community is lifted by all of us pouring in with the vibrational frequency that comes to us through giving. I've got it, oh, I've got it good. I've got it good. Last time. I've got it. I've got it. Oh, I've got it good. I've got it good. Yeah, take a deep breath right there. And exhale. Good. Giving is not something that you do out of a place of guilt. It is something that you do because you recognize you're in alignment. And I guarantee you, if you've been struggling with things not coming your way, when you align yourself with the spirit of abundance, it comes back to you. And that's what's beautiful. Y'all ready for the spiritual download today? I hope y'all are ready for the spiritual download today. I am ready for the spiritual download today. So I want to encourage you to get your journals out, to get your notepads, whatever you keep notes with. And we're going to come back in just a minute with the morning download. We've got a great third part to a continuing series for the love of God, G.O.D. However you define that energy. Good orderly direction, Gomer Oz Debor, wisdom, strength, beauty. That's up to you. But we got a good one for you. But before that, we want to make sure that you know what's going on with our announcements with Infinity. So get a pad out, get a pen out, get your date book out, get your calendar ready, and let's find out what's happening with the Infinity Fellowship at this time with our highlight announcements. And so it is. Ashe.
Good morning, Infinity. Good morning. This is Angela, or Cousin Angie, for those of you that know me by that name, with your morning announcements. Please take note of all the great things that are happening at Infinity. Welcome to September, the 9th month of the year of divine development. We have officially entered the 4th quarter, so it's time to turn up the commitment to grow and evolve this year. Our daily mantra is, I am powered by love, guided by vision. This is the year we continue to develop our personal and institutional infrastructure so we are grateful for the opportunity to stand as a community for spiritual growth. So say it with me. I am powered by love and guided by vision. Breathe in and release. Now, let's get to the few highlights announcements. We are excited to announce that September's theme for the love of God. We've been diving deep into how God of your acceptance and understanding is reflected through our daily actions and how we show up in the world. As always, and only if you are ready to take your spiritual practice to the next level. Take notes on Sundays, put the practices in action, and watch yourself manifest the fruit you desire to see. Next, Sunday services. Here's your reminder that we do meet in person every first Sunday and virtually every other Sunday of the month, with special activities in between. Make sure you note it, and we can't wait to welcome you either in person or here on the Infinite Life stream. Next, be part of the Infinity Cleanup, September 27th and 28th at 2:30 p.m. on both days. This is our annual community cleanup, so we need all hands on deck. This will take place indoors and outdoors. And again, we will clean on Saturday, September 27th, and Sunday, September 28th. I'm sorry. We will clean up on Saturday, September 27th, and Sunday, September 28th at 2:30 p.m. on both days as we prepare for our 11th anniversary guests and friends. And speaking of our anniversary, we're celebrating 11 years of Infinity Fellowship. Infinity family, we are preparing to celebrate our 11th year Infinity Fellowship anniversary. What a blessing. What a blessing this milestone is. Our homecoming anniversary will take place on October 3rd through 5th and will be full of activities, including a Friday night social hour with games and other activities, a Saturday morning fall sweat lodge poured by our lodge keeper, Rev Jeff, and of course, our 11th anniversary Sunday service and fellowship meal. To make this celebration unforgettable, we need your help. We're looking for volunteers to serve in various areas: hospitality, sanctuary engineers, decorations, setup, cleanup, and more. Be an active part of this joyous occasion by going to tinyurl.com/IF anniversary. Again, the link is tinyurl.com/IF anniversary. Rev Jeff is also asking that you register for the sweat lodge so that we can get an idea of what size lodge we need to construct in advance of the event, and so that you can be emailed specific instructions on what to bring. That link is in the newsletter and the band app. So let's come together to celebrate all God has done. If you are in town and would like information on the lodge, contact us on our website at myif.org. Next week is Yoga Sunday. Only at Infinity do we dedicate one Sunday a month to the renewal of our physical bodies, what we call here at Infinity your earth suit. Next week will be a restorative pose, heavy practice designed to align your body with the still small voice within. Roll out your mat virtually for the one and only Yoga Sunday, exclusively at the Infinity Fellowship. Next, Love and Light is your Wednesday midweek motivation, and we are here for it. Our official midweek gathering is online, where we enjoy unpacking the Sunday spiritual download and monthly themes in an authentic and insightful way. Each week, Tyrell and Tashana Lindsley lead an open discussion for shared reactions, thoughts, revelations that come to us via the Sunday morning experience. This allows us to experience that midweek boost of community. We look forward to seeing you all, especially members we haven't seen in a while. Each week is a brand new start. So set your calendar alarms to answer the Love and Light call this Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Now, let's bring back Rev Jeff, as it is time for today's meditation and our spiritual download.
We want to thank everyone for everything that's happened, for service today, for this energy that we put on before we do today's meditation. It takes a team here at Infinity Fellowship, and now that we've reached a point where the message is here, the download is here, I just want to acknowledge everyone who's been a part of this energy here today. And everyone who is a part of streaming online. It takes a team. And that's why we call it Infinity Fellowship. It's not just Infinity Church. It's not Infinity Organization. It's Infinity Fellowship. So it takes a lot of fellows to have a fellowship, all kinds. So that's what we do. So we want to say thank you. And I want to turn your attention briefly to today's meditation. Every week we do a meditation. This one comes via the great scholar and Christian mystic Saint Augustine, who reminds us, if thou shouldst say it is enough, I have reached perfection, all is lost. For it is the function of perfection to make one know one's imperfection. End quote. Deep breath in, deep breath out. So it is spoken, so it is received, and yes, so it is. Ashe. When we start our third Sunday, we usually sing a verse or two or a song. Today, I just want to take us through one quick verse of the song that we sing every third Sunday. It's an old song. Many of you came out of the church know it, and we like to sing it together, but we're just going to get a verse in. I didn't bring my tambourine down, but I know we got some hands clapping at home. We can get this energy going. But it's a song that at first glance and at first hearing and at first sight may make you think that we are waiting for pie in the sky. But the reality is that when we change and transform our consciousness, we elevate ourselves to a space of heaven, a space of nirvana, a space of Amentet. All of these names come together, but you have the ability to move beyond time and space if you just simply focus. So as we prepare for today's celebration message, for today's download, spiritual download, for a few points that I want to leave you with to take with you on this third Sunday, let us remember to invite each other to come and go to that land. Come and go to that land. Why don't you come and go to that land where I'm bound, where I'm bound. Come and go to that land. Come and go to that land. Why don't you come and go? to that land where I'm bound. Well, all of my people are in that land. All of my people are in that land. I said that all of my people are in that land where I'm bound, where I'm bound. I said all of my people are in that land. All of my people are in that land. I said all of our people are in that land where I'm bound. Y'all, don't you want to go with me to that land? Don't you want to go with me to that land? Don't you want to go with me to that land where I'm bound, where I'm bound? Oh, don't you want to go with me to that land? Don't you want to go with me to that land? Y'all, don't you want to go with me to that land where I'm bound, where I'm bound. Speak through this energy, divine source. Let us be mindful to gather in these moments, to pour into each other so that we can rest in love, that we can rest in peace, that we can rest in love, that we can rest in peace, that we can rest in love, rest in peace. You see, an object in motion remains in motion unless acted on by an outside force. And, sometimes we get moved into a position of sitting still and we don't see any progress. But I'm here today to say that sometimes it's okay to move from one spot to another as long as you are resting in the right space. We all get a little bit tired. We all get a little bit weary, but every now and then we stumble upon that which is in us, that helps us get up and do more. I'm so grateful. I'm sipping from my Tennessee State mug today. Thank you, Brother Martin, for that. Gifting me this a while back. But I had a great opportunity this week to have a conversation with some Tennessee State University students in the business school. And when I tell you right now, I love my Tennessee State. But it's also fabulous to know that the next generation's in the right hands. So David, Ayana, Bree, everybody that I was able to meet, and I can't remember everybody's names, but when I see you on First Sunday, I'm going to remember you and we're going to hug each other and I'm going to get those names down. But to everybody who had an opportunity to share, there. I had an opportunity to share with some wonderful business leaders from Wilson Bank and to just have a conversation with these students who are progressive, who are open, and their minds reminded me of the beauty of being an open book. Somebody said, be an open book. I'm needing y'all in the chat today because I'm chat blind today. I can't see everything that's in the chat. But we're gonna during the message, the tech staff is gonna put some of your comments up. So instead of Q&A today, we're gonna put your comments up so people know that you're alive. People know that you're here. People know that you're with us. People know that you're getting this download. People know that you are moving forward. And I'm here to tell you that in this space of progress, when I was able to see that just this past weekend, to feel that energy, it let me know that everything is going to be all right. I'm going to tell y'all out there, for those of you who have reached a space of despair, where you feel as if because of your over saturation with social media and your over inundation with the news and your over participation in chat threads on social media and Facebook and everywhere, you think that something is wrong with the next generation and you think something is wrong. Listen, let me tell you something. Everything is going to be all right. And that's something that I can give you so that you can rest in the knowledge. You can rest in the understanding that everything is all right. Now, Are younger people out there, some of you who I'm talking to right now, are they more expansive? Are they more open-minded? Are they breaking the mold of traditional places, including business and especially spirituality? You doggone right, because that's what we're supposed to do. We're supposed to do something new every generation. We're not supposed to keep regurgitating things that came before. We're supposed to learn what came before so that we can stand on the shoulders of those which came before, but we're supposed to be seeing and reaching new heights. Somebody in the chat say, I'm ready for new heights. I'm ready for new heights. That spirit just took me from 0 to 100 in 1 minute, just because I thought about the power in loving who we are and where we are. But the power of love is also in action, but the power of love is also being able to rest in a state of love. Somebody say, rest in love. Deep breath. Somebody say, rest in peace. And I don't mean, how do I say goodbye to what we had? I don't mean that kind of rest in peace. No, not yet. I need each and every one of you listening to me. I need y'all to be around for a very long time. I'm not talking about rest in peace when it's all over. I ain't talking about putting on a crown and a robe. I'm not talking about that kind of rest in peace. So don't y'all be like RIP. No. RIL, RIP is different for today, because I want you to exist in a constant state of rest in the spirit of love and the energy of love and the energy of peace. Wouldn't you like that? Somebody out there saying, well, doggone it, I would love it, but it is impossible to rest in a state of love and peace. Come on, man, don't give me that. I'd love to be in peace. I'd love to be in love, but hey, you know it doesn't always work that way, young man. I'm like, okay, listen. You can't impose that over what spirit has taught us through what is in the natural state. There are things that we learn, lessons that we watch all around us that will teach us how to rest in a state of love and peace. Somebody say rest in love and peace in the chat. If you're going to get your notebooks out, I want you to just write a couple of things down real quick. And I want you to write the first point that I'm leaving with you today. And I want you to meditate on this week as we continue this series for the love of God. That one, in order to rest in a state of love and peace, we must first acknowledge both as chosen practices. Somebody say love is a practice. Somebody else say peace is a practice. If I got one person on here, you can say both. Love is a practice, peace is a practice. Look at that. In order to rest in a state of love and peace, wouldn't it be nice? We must first acknowledge both love and peace as chosen practices. I'm going to ask you a question, and you can answer this in the chat, or you can answer this in your spirit for those of you who are keeping up, because spirit is moving fast today. Would you rather rent love or own it? I mean, literally, would you rather rent love or would you rather own it? Would you rather rent peace or would you rather own it? It's a no-brainer, isn't it? Who wants to be renting love? I think they have a name for that, but it ain't really love. It's temporary love. But we're talking about real love. I'm looking for some real love. Real love, it can't go for rent. You know, real peace, it can't be rented. You can go to the spa, do a little self-care Sunday, but if you don't have peace within, I don't care how many times you get your nails done. I don't care how many cool haircuts you get. I don't care how well you dress and what accoutrement life is giving you. Whatever it is, if you're not emanating peace, if you're not in possession of it, then that moment that you rented it, that moment that you rented love is a fleeting moment that does not stick by you. And I have to say this, I get to say this. I'm so grateful to say this in this moment, that owned love, owned peace is better than subscription love and peace. How would you like to subscribe to love and peace? How would you like to have love and peace ad-free? Well, for only $99 a month, you can have ad-free love and ad-free peace. I know somebody's like, this brother is insane. And I mean, maybe I am a little bit, but I'm not out of alignment with this, what is happening in the world. When is the last time you took a record? I've got my plant on top of my record player. When's the last time you took a piece of vinyl out and played some music? When's the last time you took a CD and put it in a machine? We don't do that much anymore, right? We don't do it much because our physical copies of media have been transitioned from the space of physical ownership. It's like me saying, I no longer have a glass. I subscribe to a water service. And when I subscribe, they turn it on and give it to me. And then when I don't subscribe, I don't get it because I don't have a glass and I don't have a faucet. None of that makes sense, does it? But think about it logically. Where we are in the digital age, everything is being moved from ownership to subscription. So now somebody else maintains the ownership of the physical item and you have to subscribe. What if the universe, what if God of your acceptance and understanding, what if he were to say to you that God owns all the love and you just have to subscribe to get some of it? Some of us are already in that subscription pattern. We look at God like Spotify. We look at God like Pandora. We look at God like Netflix and all the services that we get. Isn't it ironic that at one point we could go in our study and we could get the CD, we could put the vinyl on, we could pull the book off the shelf, and now for each and every one of those things, we have to go to someone else who may or may not decide that our conduit is working or not, may or may not decide that our credit card is valid and decide to hit the off button, and we're stranded without access to the things that we claim feed us. Subscription-based culture is real. BlackRock, Blackstone Realty, housing. How do you build wealth in America? Housing. How do you build wealth? By ownership of housing. You get a home, you own it, you build the equity, you take the equity, you spread it to other places, you start out. I was having this conversation with some brilliant students, a young man from Detroit and a young man from Birmingham the other day. And we were talking about how you buy a piece of property, you own it, you buy a duplex, you buy a quadplex, you build some equity, you build your wealth, and then you're able to put yourself in a position of financial success. But guess what has happened since the tax laws have all changed? I'm teaching real time here. This thing is really happening to us. If you don't believe me, all you got to do is read the business part section of the paper instead of just the entertainment. We're not even reading the paper anymore, right? Because we don't have a physical paper. Why? Because you have to subscribe to get your news. Am I wrong about it? Think about it. We're not thinking about how easy it is now for us to give away ownership. But now what has happened is when you're going out to buy a home, you may be locked, especially in a market like Nashville. You may have been locked into a bidding war, not with another family or another individual who's trying to get a property, but with a massive real estate company who owns billions of dollars in cities designed to turn the population into a subscriber base so that they can never build wealth. That's real talk. If it's happening like that with money, if it's happening like that with computers, if it's happening like that with equity and other places and spaces and investment, if we're being steered towards subscription base instead of ownership, we have to be careful to make sure that we don't turn our sense of love, our sense of peace into something that is subscription based. In other words, we have to own the practice of love. We have to own the practice of peace. We have to put ourselves in a position where we're not paying somebody, we're not depending on somebody outside of us to provide us with the things that belong to us in the very first place, the things that belong to us when we emerged into this world. Peace belongs to you. Love belongs to you. And it was a gift. And it's yours. Peace and love are mine. Peace and love are mine. I own peace and love. That's what I should be seeing and hearing in the chat. If I was seeing it, I would say, hey, peace is mine. Love is mine. I own it. I'm an owner, not a renter. Who's going to rent some love? Who's going to rent some peace? Come on, man. See, when the Spirit says it, it doesn't make any sense, does it? Consider that you are the owner of peace, that you are the owner of love. Why? Because you inherited it from your divine source. Just like someone inherits a piece of property, someone inherits a stock or a bond, someone inherits a car, someone inherits peace and love. And it's your natural born inheritance as some person, some entity that is written, that is birthed in the divine image and likeness of God. Second point that I want to leave y'all today and leave y'all with is that God loved you enough to guide you through the valleys. Love yourself enough to climb the mountains with peace. My mic's working. I just need to pause so y'all can understand that. That when you reflect in gratitude, you know that you've been through the valleys, and you know you got through the valley with the presence of divine source. Old folks used to sing a song. I love to sing it. I get joy when I think about what she's done for me. I get joy when I think about what he's done for me. Y'all know me and these pronouns. I don't do those things with you. God is all of these things. And we are empowered when we embrace all of these things. Check last week's message. These messages connect. We have this understanding of the past and the present, as last week when we talked about the concept of zamani that John S. Mbiti, the scholar, put together, the concept of the distant past, zamani, Swahili word, and the present, which is sasa, which is this concept of events and cycles that happen right now. And from those two things, we base our two-dimensional life on to understand that cycles are the way that we move through into the future. And till then, we don't worry about them. But in the right now, when you reflect on that past, when you reflect on that zamani energy, when you reflect on it, you see that you got brought through the valleys. And if you got brought through the valleys, that's love. That's peace. And if you've got love through the valley, then we ought to be at peace when we have a mountain to climb, because the mountain is making us stronger, it's making us better, it's making us wiser. Do you know that love is rooted in gratitude? Just take a deep breath with me. Somebody type that out. Love is rooted in gratitude. And see, when you have the peace that passes all understanding because you have been brought through those low places, those valleys, then you develop gratitude that makes you grateful to be able to take a step up a mountain, to be able to soar to your highest heights. That even if your knuckles and your fingers get wrong, even if you bump your knee from time to time, you are on an upward trajectory. Those of you who have been working on divine development, those of you who have been stepping free from boundaries, those of you who have been breaking paradigms, those of you who have committed to growth, those of you who have committed to standing at a point in the mountain when you needed to rest. I know you're resting in peace and you're resting in love. Then you look back and you say, look at what I got through. God was with me. My grandmama lifted me up from the words that I remember her saying when I was down on my face. There's something my teacher told me when I felt I was failing. When she cut my face and told me I could do all things, and I began to believe her. All of us have this story of being in the valley. I'm here to tell you that when you're in the valley, that energy in the valley is the energy of love. So if you can reflect on that, then baby, you better have some peace when these obstacles come to you. We're seeking things that are outside of us. We're seeking affirmation through gifts that people give us. We're seeking affirmation through things that people do for us as demonstrative acts of love. The reality is, love has got to come from where we are on the inside, and it comes from being grateful. Somebody in the chat say, I walk in gratitude. When you walk in gratitude, you attune yourself to the vibratory frequency of the universe. The universe is grateful. If you don't believe me, Then you go sit on your porch this afternoon, or you just go walk in the grass today, or you pull over your car after this message is over and you stare out over a field and you watch the blades of grass as they gratefully dance toward the sun, which gives them nourishment. You listen for the birds in the morning as they gratefully sing their song. You watch the ocean waves as they gratefully lap against the shore. You watch the sand as it does its dance coming forth, producing things that are under the ground and things that are above the ground that feed all of creation. All of these things join with all witness, as the hymn writer said, in manifold witness of great faithfulness, mercy, and love. Great is the faithfulness there. Everything is grateful. Why aren't you? I know. It becomes difficult because people teach you not to be grateful, and people teach you to move toward a right or wrong a paradigm. There's so much talk these days about what is wrong and what is going on and why the hate is there. The hate is happening now. The hate that is happening now is the old way moving away for the new way. So you people, especially my young people, and everybody's young. All of us are here for a reason. So we're here on purpose and in purpose. When you reach this point of gratitude and understanding, you have now tapped in to that which will see you through the end of the old and the introduction of the new, which is really just the old again, right? History repeats itself. Which side do you want to be on? Do you want to be the person that is the source of peace, that is the source of love, or do you want to be the person that is the source of distraction, division, and hatred? Make a choice right now. I dare you. Take a deep breath. Exhale. You can't help it because you are a being who is born in love. And with that, I'll take you to our third point, and then we can let you all start this day with a made-up mind. How about that? Third point about resting in love and resting in peace is that how you die, quote unquote, is how you live, quote unquote. Make love and peace your resting state. How you, quote unquote, die is how you live. Energy cannot be created or destroyed. It only changes form. So when we talk about die and we talk about live, we're talking in relative terms. Of course we are. How do we make love and peace our resting state? By always not being distracted by those things that are making noise in the world, but instead tuning in to what we know. And what we know is that when we operate in a resting state of love, when a resting state of peace, people can feel it. We've all been in a crisis situation where some people decided to turn on people and other people stopped and they put their hand up and they said, no, we're not doing that. We're not doing this in this community. We're not doing this in this classroom. We're not doing this in this family. Ever had an elder do that? Just shut the room down? My mama had that power. Just shut the room down. No, baby. And everybody would, whoop. And she didn't yell. She didn't scream. She just had the power of love. That's part of what made her a queen mother. She had the power to bring peace, because when you are operating from a place, from a well of peace inside you, you bring peace into every situation. Somebody take that affirmation and put it in the chat. I bring peace into every situation. When you commit to bringing peace to every situation, when you commit to bringing love to every situation that you face, then you are resting in peace. You are resting in love. That is your resting state. Check your heart rate. Where are you right now? If you're calm, there's a resting heartbeat. It's elevated when you increase your cardio input. It's an elevated state. What does it mean when you have a good resting heartbeat? It means that you're healthy, that you got circulation, you have flow. So when you are in a place now where you are resting in peace, where you are resting in love continually, then your life becomes the blueprint for what happens when you transition to the space of life after life. Ask yourself this question: do people love me or my image? Do people love me or what I do for them? And before you go down the rabbit hole, ask yourself the same question. Do you love people because of who they are? Do you explore who they are, or do you love them for what they can do for you? I'm not condemning you. I'm not shouting at you. I'm not giving you all of the missives that people give out there to try to get likes and thumbs up. I'm not here for that. I'm excited that I speak to dozens of people every Sunday and sometimes in small rooms, because I'm here to pour into people who are ready to break from the crowd, not get into the hype, and invest time in growing themselves spiritually. So ask ourselves these questions, y'all. With the people who love our image and who we are, would people love you if they overheard a conversation and saw how you talk to your mother? Would they love you if they saw how you talk to your father and interacted with your friends? Would they love you if they heard how you talked about your friends to other friends? I know. I know I'm stepping. I know I'm stepping because I'm stepping on myself, and we're all doing that together. This is a moment of turning around. This is a moment of sharing. This is a moment of growth. This is a moment of power. Why? Because when you embrace love, as I close, when you own love, y'all, you act in it. When you own love, you act in it. When you own peace, you act in it. Somebody say, I own love. I act in it. I own peace. I act in it. And when we own peace, when we own love, we celebrate in moments when we recognize what we are called to do. You got to rest in love. You got to rest in peace. And it begins in gratitude, because when you walk in gratitude, they can't take that away from you. There's an old jazz song. They can't take that away from me. They can't take love away from me and you. They can't take peace away from me and you. Why? Because now in this moment of recognition and revelation, it has become a resting peace and a resting state. Rest with a smile this week. You ever run into people with a resting smile? Every time you see them, they're like this. Sometimes you make fun of them. Why he always get that smile on his face? He speak to everybody. But have you noticed that the people who are brought joy by that never criticize it? It's always the negative people. Why he always got to look like that? See, because light energy drives dark energy in the opposite direction. Like energy attracts like energy. So you may feel silly, be like, man, dude, smile all the time. I try not to laugh when he comes in the room. I try not to smile at him, but I can't help it. All I see is teeth, and I'm like, wow. Or that young lady that comes to you and always has bright eyes and a smile because you feel her love and you feel her peace and her energy. Oh my gosh, guess what? That's you this week. Rest in your smile today. Rest with the peace that passes all understanding. Break the pattern of thinking the worst of yourself and remember those times when you came through the worst by remembering the best of yourself. Remember the valley when you are climbing the mountain. When the poem says, rest if you must, but don't you quit. When care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Doesn't mean that you won't have struggles this week. We all have struggles, but those struggles build those muscles and those sinews and that fascia and that bone density, and it makes you stronger. And that is where you get your sense of peace, for knowing that the life lessons that you're going through right now are making you stronger. Act like the God of your acceptance and understanding acted when she/he created you. From the billions of possibilities that billions of other people never got to experience, that came together to create and birth you into this world. Act like you're one of the people who are living in the right now and not one of the billions of potential beings who never made it out of the protection or out of the fallopian tubes. Billions of people didn't make it, but you did. And you think that's an accident? No, You're here for a reason and a purpose. And I know somebody didn't tell you that. I know somebody directed you to follow somebody else. I know somebody gave you a set of rules. I know that you're breaking through right now. I know that you are releasing those things that held you back. I know that you are vibrating in a space of gratitude because I feel it right now. I know that this energy that we have is here to remind us that we are here for a purpose and a reason, and there is no better time than the right now to walk in it by resting in peace, by resting in love. When you operate in gratitude and love, when you operate in a state of peacefulness, you create. One of the reasons why the Greeks are credited with or considered people who borrowed heavily from civilizations before them, and the Romans, etc., before them, because as it's detailed in the book Stolen Legacy by George G.M. James, the Greeks were at war with the Pelasgian nations, and Persia was running wild during that time. So they couldn't have invented the philosophy, because to invent philosophy, you have to have thousands of years of peace where you can lay back on the grass, look up at the sky, and ponder the mysteries of the universe. That's what peace gives you. It gives you creativity. It gives you energy. It gives you purpose. Get you some peace this week. Rest in a smile. Go forth today. Kick your feet off, your shoes off, and put your feet in some grass. Take your moment to protect your love and your peace so that you can remember who you are. And that's where your guidance will come from. That's why the song and the scripture will say, I look to the hills from whence cometh my help, because you're in the valley right then. But when you look to the hills, it reminds you to be aspirational, because that's where you're supposed to be. So in this moment, as we close this divine message for you today, I invite you to remember who you are. I invite you to give thanks for you being here right now. I invite you to open the door to possibility right now. I invite you to simply close your eyes in this moment as we seal this energy with prayer. Some of you want to place your hands over your heart or extend them to the sky, whatever spirit is leading you to do right now. God, I speak in this powerful moment right now that those under the sound of my voice will recognize the power of resting in peace, in the peace that passes all understanding, in the peace that lets them know that all things are working for them and not against them, in the peace of knowing that they are here for a purpose. I speak that all under the sound of my voice will now rest in love and rest in light. The understanding that when we love you, as we say we do, we demonstrate it in the way that we talk to people, in the way that we shine for people, in the way that we stand with people, in the way that we hold people, in the way that we bow with people, in the way that we take a knee with people, in the way that we sometimes got to get down in the valley with people, but we do it in love and we emerge with peace. So for that idea that is emerging right now, I speak that it peacefully come into view. For the place of home that some person has been seeking, that it is here right now, in the right now. It is grateful. It is a moment of gratitude right now. So I speak in this moment of proclamation that this memory of this message and this energy will be embraced so that we can walk, work, worship, and exist in a state of good and love. Inhale and exhale. Speak aloud with me. I walk in gratitude. I live in peace. I rest in love. And so it is. Inhale. Hold that breath. Exhale, let it go. As we come back into this space of awareness, into this space of goodness, y'all, I want to ask you to do something that we do at Infinity Fellowship all the time. We tag somebody in the chat, whoever they are, and we tag strangers. We just speak good things into their life. I want you to speak good things. And for this day, for today, as we close Infinity, I want you to speak love and peace together. Because sometimes if you say rest in peace just by itself, I know, just kind of doesn't sound particularly perfect. What rest in love and peace does, exist in love and peace does. You're going to do great things this week. Rest with a smile, y'all. I'm going to rest with a smile the rest of the day. So y'all see me out. Y'all see me at the restaurant. Y'all see me on the road somewhere. Make fun of me all you want to, because I'm not going to let anybody steal my joy. That's what the neighbors used to say. I ain't going to let nobody steal my joy. Don't let anybody steal your joy today. So I want you to carry with you the lessons that you've learned, especially for our first timers who joined us today. I'm so grateful that you joined us today, that you said hello in the chat. I'm so grateful for everyone who was a part of Infinity Fellowship today. Thank you to all of those who came and joined us on the Infinite live stream. Those members of Infinity, those are real people. They're not actors. We're all real here. And so I speak in this moment that you experience something that lifted you up today, that reminded you that you are absolutely awesome. And as you go into this world that awaits your light, that you continue to shine in a powerful way. So on behalf of the entire tech staff at the Infinity Fellowship, on behalf of everybody who was a part of the Infinite live stream today, this has been Reverend Jeff Obafemi Carr, reminding you that you are loved, and that's a fact you cannot change. And so as I raise my hand in this moment, as we go in benediction, I speak that the love of God, the wisdom of the ancestors, and the infinite and abundant power of the universe rest, rule, and abide with you henceforth, now, and forevermore. Let us all say together in the ancient words of wisdom, Amen, Amen, Hotep, Shalom, Namaste, Ashe. It is done, and so it is. Y'all, until I talk to you again, this has been Reverend Jeff Obafemi Carr on behalf of the Infinity Fellowship. Enjoy some slides on the way out. Enjoy some good energy on the way out. Stay with us and say hello to somebody in the chat. Say something good. And I look forward to seeing Infinity folks the 27th and the 28th after Yoga Sunday, and the day before, 2:30 p.m. We're going to clean up here. Make sure you let us know you're going to come by. We're going to hang out. Those of you who are going to sweat with me next month, and especially for the anniversary, we can't wait to meet you again, especially in person, first Sunday. So Rev Jeff here. I love you guys. That's a fact you cannot change. Peace, love, and power. See you soon.